new consoles this year, both of them. And although this is a weird year to be doing it because we've been off work, a lot of people have been.
Yeah,
and that
everybody.
kind
I
of
guess
thing.
everybody.
So that's the one thing that people are kind of having trouble with as far as like, is this a good time to be really releasing these $500 consoles and that kind of thing?
That's the thing too. So what's up with these? Okay, so you did mention that we got the new ones, and thank you guys for coming back. We keep getting kicked off of the internet. I don't know if it's the government or
come for us
or YouTube trying to shut us down. But we're back. We're rolling. Thank you guys for being patient with us for everything. She said tonight it's buffering really bad. Hey, we're doing our best. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna finish this show if we're
gonna think about some solutions for the future.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
But for now, so yeah, Xbox, and at the beginning of the year we didn't really know too much about the new consoles, of course. And then it was the Xbox Series X, which is the premium Xbox console, was revealed last year.
What's it called? Xbox X?
Xbox Series X. That's the name of the $500 Xbox console that's coming out later this year. Coming out in November.
$500 console?
$500 for that console. But ever since the Xbox Series X was revealed, there's been rumors that a more value-based console called the Xbox Series S is also in production.
What is that?
So, and that was actually officially revealed. There was a bunch of leaks over the weekend, like about,
this weekend.
Yeah, this past weekend. And on Monday, it was blown out of the water because we had it was confirmed that Xbox through leaks, the Xbox Series S is $299, and it's going to be digital only. There's no disc drive, so you can't get physical discs. You can't put them in your console or anything like that. It's also got 500 gigabytes of space, and it's a solid state drive that it uses. So, and based on what I know, and that's really the main differences between the Xbox Series X and the Series S.
Is the $300?
It's $300. There's digital only.
But what makes the $500 one worth it?
Well, 4K is the main thing. 4K is I think that the Xbox Series S is not going to be able to produce real 4K. It's going to be upscaled, which doesn't look as good as necessarily it's playing.
It's just like a cleaner. It just looks cleaner.
But the main thing is, other than that, is it's like I said, digital only. So you can't play physical discs. You just don't on.
Which one's digital only?
The Xbox Series S, the cheap one,
the cheaper one,
$299,
right?
The $299 one, because so you pretty much have to download all your games, stuff like that. There's no go into the store anymore, which I've been that way anyway for a long time. I don't really go to get physical games anymore,
right?
Because it's just space and it's clutter and stuff like that. So I just moved into digital since that's been a thing. And the storage space, the Xbox Series S has a larger hard drive. They're all both using solid state drives, which run faster, load faster, and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But that's really the main difference. And to me, I think $299 is pretty good for a console these days. And
isn't that kind of that's pretty reasonable for how much gameplay you can get into it?
For sure. If you want to be for me, usually I'm one of those people that want to get into the new consoles as soon as I can, because I like being first.
Right.
Although this year I'm kind of taking a backseat to that, because I have a PC that plays the newest games at pretty high settings and stuff like that, better than my PS4 can. I have a launch PS4, and it's chugging along right now.
It's just kind of right.
So I am ready for a PS5, but I think I'm gonna wait for maybe a year or so, because
PS5
right now,
is next. That's
PS5
PS5 is the other because PS4 is now right.
PlayStation is they haven't they've shown off the PlayStation 5, but we don't know anything about the price. We know there's a digital. They also have a digital only version of the PlayStation 5, but we don't know much about the specs and what other differences are there going to be between the premium PlayStation 5 and the digital only PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
So and if the price disparity is going to be as big as it is with the Xbox consoles that they're selling. which $200 is a big jump in price to me. Like, it's like
I'm trying to justify that. Being, I guess
I don't know how you like, because most people don't have 4K TVs. So it doesn't really, you don't really
it doesn't
need
really
a
matter
big,
anyway. They're going to be hooking up this super computer
right.
to just a crappy TV.
Right. So you might as well just get, to me, for although the main thing that might be the big difference is the digital only console, because like I said, you can't have physical games with this console. You can have disc. So, and a lot of people don't have super fast internet, so the download speeds might be not reasonable for you. Because I know one of my friends, he's a big gamer, but he lives in like, I don't know, up north somewhere where they have to get like, they don't have a certain amount of internet per day or something like that.
Dang, way up there then. He's probably in Canada.
Yeah. And it's like
more expensive just to run the wires. It's so complicated.
And they also have like only a certain, like, you can only download 50 gigabytes per month before they slow your internet down. They throttle it.
And Amora said that they're working on the small details, like how to make water look like actual water. And I remember, I'm a big Age of Empires fan. I remember Age of Empires 3, that was like the big thing where they were like, the water really looks like water. And it does, but it doesn't. It's like as good as they could at that time.
For sure.
But now it's
these days,
now it looks like water.
It really does look like water. And then, like, ray tracing is probably the main thing. It's the major selling point for the next generation in general. Don't ask me what it really is, because I really don't know. But it's a buzzword that they're using a lot.
What is it?
Ray tracing. It's like
ray tracing.
It's like, from what I understand, I don't know too much, but this is, so don't quote me or anything. Like, but based on what I know,
Laura's going to quote you. She's the big gamer in the chats.
It's a way to reflect light in real time in a video game, so the lighting looks a lot better. So
yeah,
that
makes sense.
Usually in games, like the lighting in game is like another texture or something like that. Versus ray tracing will make lighting like a real thing within the game, so you're kind of like the light that you're seeing through trees or something like that is going to be bouncing off, and it's going to be like real life.
Like real life.
So hopefully, I don't know what it looks like. I've never actually seen it running or how much of a big.
But that's
difference
just the that's
the idea.
Yeah.
So
so where are you? Which way are you heading? Xbox, and they have two options.
Yeah.
Do you think that given the two options, Xbox is probably going to be like people aren't going to like
this past PS4 versus Xbox One X, Xbox One, has been PlayStation has kind of dominated the entire generation, which I don't really expect to change too much this next generation because people are so ingrained into their ecosystems. They have friends more on PlayStation versus Xbox or something like that. Although in the West, the Xbox is more successful here. I don't know if it's actually more successful than the PlayStation, but they're more competitive versus like in other countries. PlayStation definitely is number one.
Frame rating.
And I know that PlayStation 4, like I think they're double what the Xbox One was. But Microsoft has also changed its approach just in general to the way they're selling games now, because they have like Xbox Game Pass, which they want that to be on everything. So, and they want you to be able to play their games on every like piece of technology you have. They want you to be able to play on your phone, on your tablet, on your TV.
They want you to be connected everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go.
And then even though they're doing X Cloud, which is streaming, so you want to be able to stream games. You don't play you can play Xbox games on your phone, but you won't have it.
You don't have to download it. You're good to go.
Just playing
kind of like Spotify, like
right.
You're not paying for all that storage because you're just streaming.
PlayStation wants people to play on their platform, so they want the PlayStation 5 to be the place you play your PlayStation games, and that's been the main difference between Xbox and PlayStation for a while. PlayStation is more about their exclusive games and that kind of thing. Xbox doesn't have too many these days. They have like Halo every once in a while. There's a new Halo is coming out next year, and they have Gears and they have Forza. That's like their main three. Then they have Fable, which is eventually coming out, but who knows when it's coming out.
What is Fable?
Fable's like it's a game that came out back on the Xbox, the original Xbox. It was like an RPG. where you're just running around and your character like grows up over time and
Right.
like you're
right.
meeting different people. And
That's
you're doing
cool. So
quests.
it's a story.
They're bringing that back. They're bringing it was dead for a while as a franchise. Now they're bringing it back for the. But all they've shown of that game is like a trailer of like CG. So we don't really know what the details of that game are. It's very early in production, so it could be 2-3 years away.
Right.
So
right.
and this holiday, there's really, if you are looking for a reason to buy these consoles, there's not really a whole lot of reason to do that.
Because they're not. Well, how many games do they have? Like a bunch of games ready for
really,
them, or
because
that's always kind of been the thing too.
Yeah.
Like you come with a bundle, and do they have bundles with the games? They come with them.
I mean,
it's
not
just
so
the
far.
machine. You're just
not
buying
so
the machine.
far. We
now.
don't really know the details, the exact details of what's going to come in the box.
Right.
Um,
right. That's the
So, because like I said, PlayStation still hasn't announced their details yet. The only reason Xbox did was because of these leaks that came out, and they confirmed like November 10th or 12th or something like that is the date that the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X and S are both coming out. $499 and $299, and that's pretty much the details. But they don't have any exclusive games because the only exclusive game that was going to come out this holiday was Halo Infinite. But they pushed that back now to 2021, so they have no exclusive games coming out for the Xbox.
So the Xbox has higher sales here so far. That's what Amora said.
I mean, maybe that's possible.
She had the higher frame rate, the smoother the game is.
But I just know that that PlayStation is just they've been more successful.
She said
worldwide.
with Fable, she said you choose your own path that you want to live in Fable. Either you be a hero or the devil. Because you legit grow horns. Really?
Yeah, you do.
So
if you're bad, if you're evil,
if you're a bad boy,
you can go around and kill like townsfolk and stuff like that, and
right.
you'll like start getting like dark eyes and like horns in your head and that kind of thing.
Dark eyes. Good stuff.
So PlayStation, on the PlayStation side of things, they did their big unveiling earlier in like June. Where they showed off the PS5, and there are a couple exclusive titles coming out for the PS5. There's nothing too big. They have a Spider-Man game that came out on PS4 a couple years ago. They have a new game in that universe called Miles Morales, which is you're
Spider-Man.
Playing as Miles Morales in the game. I don't know if you do know who Miles Morales is.
Spider-Man.
You've seen Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
That was good. I was surprised, man, because I don't really watch that stuff, but I don't remember where I was, but I just clicked play, and as it went, as the story unfolded, I was like, this is pretty good, man.
I actually have not watched this, so I'm gonna.
It was good. You should watch it. Yeah, you should watch it. It's a good movie. It's just a really good movie. Kazariah Miller said PS5 will outsell Xbox 100%. Ooh, there we go. What do you think?
What's his?
Who's going to outsell who?
What's his name again?
Kazariah Miller.
See, that is based on a video game. That name is based on a video game. I would probably say because there's a Metal Gear Solid. There's a
Metal Gear Solid. I'm pretty sure he's a big Metal Gear Solid guy.
Kazariah Miller. I'm pretty sure that's a Master Miller. Is that character? That character's name is Master Miller and Kazariah Miller.
I had no idea. And this whole time I was wondering why his name was that, because I know that's not his real name. I'm not going to put him out there like that, but I was wondering what the hell this Kazariah was.
Yeah, that's Metal Gear Solid. So
that's
if you're Metal Gear Solid, I'm a Metal Gear Solid fan, so I respect it.
You get it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, yeah, he said correct. You are correct. That's awesome.
That's like Solid State calls it like Kaz. I'm not solid.
And Amora said Spider-Man is the main reason so many people are buying PS5s.
Yeah, that's the main reason. That's really the main difference. You're not gonna be able to play Spider-Man on Xbox because it's exclusive to PlayStation. They're producing it and they're making it.
Oh, I got you.
So yeah, that's like them. But there's also Ratchet and Clank, which they haven't confirmed for sure.
Who's Ratchet? Oh, it's a game. Oh,
it's a game. Ratchet and Clank.
My bad. I thought we were getting interesting now. Talk about
this holiday. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed for launch, but I'm not really too sure about it. We don't really know too much about what the PS5's launch plans are. Like you said, they haven't announced it, which is kind of weird that we've gotten so close to, because we know it's coming out in 2020, but it's September, so we're getting towards the end of 2020 now, and we don't really know too much about
which game Spider-Man. What?
Miles Morales PS5 trailer or something like that. And in the future, I'm going to try to have like some prep so we can kind of just go.
So we know what we're